Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of my chess recap, my tournament. So today is the day after my tournament, and I am here to cover game 4 and 5 of the tournament. So our format, I'm gonna just recap on what happens yesterday. Basically, if you haven't watched the previous episode, you should totally go watch it. But if you did, then I lost two and won one game against like pretty much the weakest guy in the tournament. So that's not going to give me any tiebreak points. So going into the fourth round with 1 out of 3 points is I gotta bounce back with some wins, and hopefully in the next two games we can do some make some magic happen to bring back the hopes. So folks, also, game 4 and 5 is like the two games that concluded the morning because we have 8 games in rapids, so we're probably not going to be able to play it like past noon because like Vietnamese people we tend to like go home and take a nap at noon. So that's usually what we do. And after round five, we get like around a 2 hour break and we just go home. So yeah, that's why these two games, like people might be a little bit fatigued. They might not want to play too much, but either way, they're going to be very interesting games. And let's jump right into it. So, um, okay, wait, my camera is not at the right place. Let's just pretend that we didn't see that. Okay, I covered the score. So, this is game number 4. We're up against Guy 4. We're gonna get an introduction of a new name in the fifth game. You guys are gonna see. So this is like a normal guy, like in high school, and we're just kick things off with E4. So, again, if you are a close friend of mine regarding the chess atmosphere, I don't know, stratosphere or something, then you know I'm a big Gotham chess fan, and I play c6, the Carl Khan defense. And we went for this line, just like a very normal exchange variation, except like normally here he should be playing some bishop to d3 or some c3 or whatever. I'm pretty sure like these two are like the best two moves. Like you got c3, we got c4. Well, c4, yeah, the Panov is also good. Bishop e5 is also, yeah, I guess, but like these are like the main line, I believe. So, but he didn't go for that. He went for this, which severely weakens his light squares. Like the main idea of the Carl Khan is that we trade off the light square bishop, and then we have a bunch of pawns in the light squares. So if he weakens his light squares, like it benefits me a lot. So that's what I did. I just went and pinned his knight. Now here, my opponent already made the first mistake. Can you guys see it? Okay, I think that's enough time for you guys to think about it. It's not that hard of a move. But I went here. Knight takes d4. Apparently, apparently, this is a severe mistake. This is like a really, 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 really big mistake. And I had no idea at the time. I was like, oh, I won a pawn. What a lose! Like, no, I I would have lost because of this. The following, like this line. So knight takes d4. I take his queen, and then bishop to b5. The king has no moves. I have to block with the queen, and then just just stuff. He doesn't even have to take my queen like right now. He just like this bishop like very leisurely. Like it's a I just like when I came home and analyzed this game, it's just like mind blowing how I missed this tactic. But like again, it's not a very easy tactic, and I'm glad that my opponent didn't see it either. But yeah, it's tough. I'm very grateful that I did not have to lose the game in 5 moves. But there we go. Now he thinks he's losing, which is good, and he goes bishop g2, just doing stuff. And I go back. Thankfully, if I hadn't go back and I did some lazy like h6, I mean, I think he could have just gone for this again or something. I don't know. Oh, he should be keeping his bishop here. Sorry. Okay. So after he won bishop to g2, I just brought my knight back. So yeah, I still haven't recovered from the recap yesterday. Yeah. So I brought my knight back. He castled. Very normal. I play e6, like putting all my pawns on light squares so that I could trade this guy off whenever I want. And then he went here. I block. He went here. Again, a really bad move because like this bishop is, it almost never goes here in the Carl Khan. But like I mean, you can. It's just not a great move. I mean, like it's not one of the recommended moves. Like went here, and the eval went down to like 0.5. Yeah, look at this. Like it's a mistake. So the computer actually recommends bishop to f6, preventing this from happening. He has to move his rook and then put his bishop here. But I just figured I don't want to trade this good bishop because this is my bad bishop. This is my good bishop. So yes, knight c6. Sorry, knight f6, and then he moves his bishop. I castle. Pretty normal. He moves the queen here to unpin himself, which I guess is fine. But now it opens up an opportunity for me to bring the rook to c8, and we have a lot of potential to, like let's just say go here, and then I attack this with two pieces. Like I know like it doesn't look that great, but like there's really not. You can push this pawn to probably defend yourself, but like you would block the mobility of your pieces, and it wouldn't be very nice. But yeah, I went there to prepare for anything that could happen on the C file. He didn't quite catch on my plan, and he just went there. And obviously, I mean, I could have just allowed this, but I just didn't like that this knight is here because like there could be like sacrifices, all that stuff in the center. With this rook staring down here, there's something could happen, right? So I just took his knight. He took, and then I tried to trade another piece. Now it's not the best move for sure, but I think for practicality, for people at my level, it's really good to trade pieces when you're up material. I'm up one pawn. If I trade up all the pieces, then I win, right? But most of the opponent is not going to let you trade all the pieces. Let's be real here. Yeah, but trading some pieces will make the game easier to play and make me not lose on time. Thankfully, I managed my time quite well in most of these games, so that's not going to be that big of an issue going forward. So here I tried to trade off another piece, and he didn't want to trade this piece, but I made him trade anyway. Now he took with the rook. I feel like taking the queen could have been better because like at least the queen could like go somewhere better because like the square is terrible. But yeah, he could. The computer says the rook is good, so he took there. I went back, lining up this attack, and my opponent saw it. He went c4, but you're going to see very soon how this all comes down. So I went c4, and obviously taking is actually not a good move for me because of this. Like, yeah, because yeah, I mean it's not even a good move. Why? Because of c3 forking these guys. Okay, yeah, but let's see. What if if I go there, what happens? Knight takes c4. And then I never get in here. Okay, and b takes e4, also kind of the same consequence. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I didn't take. I went for queen b6. Queen b6 is a very typical idea of the Carol Khan. Like you put your queen here, you have eyes on this, not right now, and you have eyes on this. And in a lot of positions, in fact, in this game as well, there are a lot of opportunities for me to play like some knight here, and then team up with the queen to absolutely bulldoze the king. So that's one of the plans, but that's not happening for the moment. So here, the thing is, he just played this, right? And now he takes. He takes this pawn. This is a terrible mistake because the reason this is a mistake is like back here. I was attacking this square, not exactly this pawn, but this square. I want to put my rook there, right? So he played this, preventing me from putting my rook there. And then I go here, and then he opened the door back up to me. It's just like you close your store and then you reopen it for a burglar. This time, not even for a burglar. So I jump at the chance, of course, and he moves to this very awkward square. I don't know what this does. Like he can sneak in here, but like everything is defended. So like, what are you even doing, man? So this is a free knight, of course. There was actually no way for him to defend his knight without losing his queen. Like if he had gone here, then I could just take his queen, and like these two squares would have been taken by the rook, so it's pretty obvious that there was no good way to do it. And taking the rook was just not very unpleasant. So he moves there, and then I took his knight. He took this pawn, and an idea that I had before, was that when I played queen b6, I had eyes on this pawn, and now I have a little companion here that could team up with me and obliterate the king. So queen takes f2, king h1, and like I know this is not very nice of me. I just said, dude, it's over. And he's like, yeah, it's over. Shake hands. It was a good game. Yeah. And then we talk a little bit afterwards about how the game could have gone differently. And we both didn't see the opening move of like what is the tactic, like the where is it, like this one. We both didn't see this, and we didn't discuss this. But other than that, like he definitely should not have played like this. He should not have played like g3. Thirdly, this is just not one of the ideas with Karo Khan. So yeah, I think that's just its main mistake. And then like these things, and like like pushing this and to prevent the rook from going there and then forgetting about it. It's just like another pretty fatal mistake for my opponent. So that is game 4, a very exciting win for me. Now I am 2 for 4. I have 2 wins, 2 losses going into the 5th round. Now the 5th round, we was obviously the last game of the morning, and like everyone is starving. Everyone is like, oh, we use our brain too much, and now we really need a big meal, a fat nap, and all that stuff. So I mean, I don't know how it is with my my 5th round opponent, but you guys are gonna see. You're gonna see how it turns out. So let's jump into game 5. So this time, I get the white pieces against Kid 1. Now, at the start of this video, I said you're gonna meet a new character, and this guy is not a guy, it's a kid. He's like half my size, man. I'm not. I don't say that I'm like a fat guy or anything, but I would say I'm a pretty buffy guy, you know. And I came from abroad. We ate different food and all that. This guy's just like here, like he looks very bright, but right off the bat at the very start of the game, he came. I look at his face, and he was like on the verge of crying. Like it's like he took one look at me, and he wanted to cry. Dude, look. Let's change this. Actually, I understand. I understand that you are afraid because I'm twice your size, and he probably got his ass handed to him many times during the tournament, because like if a kid is like on a winning streak or something, then he would be like smiling and like stealing my pieces or something. But this time around, not so much. Like he's just on the verge of crying starting the game. I felt a little bad, but also in my mind I just like, okay, so this kid is obviously like in a very bad mental state. So what better way to help this child than to take advantage of his losses, to add another one to it. I know. Please do not take that out of context. I'm not saying like anything illegal. It's a competition, okay? If you have a weak mind, then it's on you. It's not like I can do anything about it to help you. But yeah, I did talk to him later after the game, and well, you guys are going to see how it comes down. So we kick things off with e4, of course, and e4, e5, knight c3, knight c6. Now this time we have the Vienna, but it's going this way, so it's quite interesting. And I played the normal, all that stuff, and here we turn on the analysis as well. So actually here I should not have played knight a4. Apparently this is a mistake, because it could have just like did a bunch of this, and like my knight as my bishop is just awkward, but it's fine. He moved back, and here my guy took with the c pawn, and I was like, what? Why would you take with the c pawn? Like, I mean, I get it. Like, he doesn't have the support to push for center anyway. But like, he took with the c pawn. And like, yeah, that's just not what you do, man. Like, you open up the rook, and you might have something down here if I long castle. Blah blah blah. That's just way better. And also the fact that like now you can never develop like the bishop this side. You will always have to go here, which is fine. Like that's usually where the bishop go anyway. But yeah, things could have been a little bit different. All right, now I played f4, which isn't a good move. What I should have done here is played bishop to g5, which again, like, fine, but like f4 is just like the main idea of the Vienna, so I went for it. and he went d5, which is the best move. So I mean, props to this kid, man. He's a, definitely not like a prodigy, but like for my caliber, he's definitely a prodigy. Like, come on. Like when I was his age, I also played in chess tournaments. I won a pretty big one, but other than that, like I'm not that good. I wasn't that good at least. And now he played d5. I obviously have to take with the pawn. Otherwise, I lose my bishop. He took with the knight, and then I went knight f3. I should have been taking the pawn first, but I didn't like the fact that I have to like move my bishop around like a clown. Let's see what happens here. Takes, bishop b5 check, and then he probably has to block with something, and then I take it. Yeah, I mean it's not the end of the world, but having this bishop to look at these squares is just a lot better. So okay, knight f3, he castles. See now. I have this. Like, once this knight moves or something, and then I also probably castled. Now, he went bishop to g5, bishop to g4. I just sidestepped the pin. Apparently, sidestepping the pin is a big mistake for some reason. And let's see why. So, actually, there was only one good move, is actually h3. h3, what if this happens? Then bishop, his bishop, we just win a bishop, but like I also don't like playing this position even though I'm up a bishop for a pawn. It's just like his queen, like he's gonna bring the rook, and like he has two knights, like is like my king is wide open, so it's not nice. But I didn't think of h3. I just thought like, okay, I sidestep, and like he can't really do this anymore because I just take him, and if he goes here to go for this, and I just do this, and like, yeah, so what? So I went here. He took my knight, so obviously I don't want to double my pawn, so I took with the rook, and I take this, and I take with the bishop, and takes. You know, I figured he should not have been trading this, but he takes f4, then bishop takes f4 is enough. He should not be giving up his knight, because like this knight has been defending like the king very well. Like if he put this knight like here, I don't think there was a way for me to break through his position. But he took my bishop instead, which is good. Now, I have two pieces out. He has one, and his rooks are still pretty much at the home square, even though this one castled. And like his pawns aren't great. Like if it's like this, then it might have been a little bit better, because like at least this rook doesn't have to move to get some activity. But like he might do something like this later down the line. I went queen g5, attacking my rook. Somehow I found queen f2, not queen like here, not queen like here, not like moving my rook away or something. I found queen f2, which is extremely impressive. Like I found it like in like a few seconds as well. And the point is that we have three things looking at this pawn, and if he doesn't address this problem right now, we're just gonna break through. So he didn't address this problem, but I got cold feet. I got cold feet, man. So here I should have just why wait. Okay, so he goes here. Yeah, I should have just taken. Like, where's the threat? Like, he takes, and then what? Why am I scared? But now that I'm making this recap, I remember that I just didn't like the fact that he could go like here. But the thing is, he went here. He already moved. Why am I still afraid of this? I don't even know what to tell you. Like that's just crazy. I mean, like, what am I afraid of? I'm not afraid of this anymore because he already moved. But yeah, I got scared. I moved back. Now he went there, and I probably should have seen this. Like, it's a free knight, dude. What the heck? What the heck, Lander? It's a free knight. Why didn't you see it? Like it's attacked by two pieces and defended by one. So that's why like takes. I win a knight. Like that's just a clean knight up. But then I moved my rook here, and he took my bishop, and the game is going into a draw because we have double pawns on the b file. He has an outside pawn, but overall, like a heavy piece endgame is just really hard to pull off any magic here. So We're obviously heading straight for a draw, and it's very unfortunate because I felt like I had winning chances throughout the game, and I like in my head at that time I was just like, oh, I threw this away again, and like, oh man, like this kid is so good. Like playing a kid is like very stressful, and like he's probably trained with like five GMs to like Hikaru or something, whatever. But yeah, he went here, which I think is a terrible move because I don't think he should be trading queens with me. I know his idea is to like once he take this and I take this, then he undoubles his pawns, which is good for me. Sorry, it's good for him, but like then what? Like why is it what +1? Like because of rook e7 and I have more activity here. Oh, okay. But yeah, I didn't go for that. I just ignored him. I moved my king, and he took my queen, took the rook. Now it's a dead draw because it's just a rook endgame. He moved his king again, and this time I didn't miss the opportunity. Oh, I still did, but I'm sure at some point I played rook e7, and he didn't make any attempt to stop me. Yeah. What? Oh, right. I think like in the game I just did something to rearrange the pieces because like I don't remember the game exactly, so I just try to set it up in the way that I would remember it the most. So yeah, I now infiltrated into e7 and everything, and like I don't even know what this does. Yeah, and I just took this pawn. He went here. I went here. Now the game ended here because I don't remember the moves, but it proceeded something like can I get like a board editor or something? Edit position. Yeah. Okay. So he would do something like this, and I would block the rook here so that he couldn't get this, and then like the game just proceeded from there. Eventually, we came down to a position where he had how do I do this? Like no, not like that. Wait. Um, it's like something like that. Okay, like, this not that exactly, but he had like something like this. Let's remove the rooks. Basically, I had like a pawn going to the eighth rank, and let's get rid of these as well. Okay, and we have only one pawn here. So, and he had a rook here. So whoa, that I don't know why that's winning for black. Okay, but yeah, now I queened, and oh, now I queened, and he took this. I took this, and now it's basically a matter of like I think this pawn was here because like otherwise like I think he would have had more chances. But yeah, now I continue the game. Wait, how do I continue? Um, new I think. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, oops. Just a calm analysis. Wait, technical problems. Give me a moment. Because I do remember the rest of the game. I just didn't remember how it transposed to that because like you had to move a bunch of pieces around and all that. So I'm just gonna clear the board. Okay, and I think he had uh one, two, three, and I had a rook. He had like a king here, and my king is I don't know like here, let's say, and I have a pawn here. So now I load this position, and the first thing I did, I just played h5. Sorry, h4, and like, there's just no moving forward for all of these pawns. Like they're completely frozen. And then like eventually, I checked him like a few times, and then he wanted to move forward. So like I don't know. I think my king was like a little bit further. Yeah, like here or something. So then, obviously, I just tried to go after his pawns. Here, I gave him a check first, which is correct, and he has to go back somewhere. And then I just took this pawn, and then I just won every single pawn. I think I lost this pawn in the process. So, let's just like give you an example. This is not what actually happened in the real game, but let's just say I blundered this pawn. Here. Here, oh, I blundered this one. Oh no! And then the game proceeded. I learned how to checkmate with king and rook. So obviously I just came like here, and then he might. This is like a weak representation, but he just went all the way back like a good boy. Yeah, I came all the way up, and then I just block him. This is how you win rook endgames. Not exactly, but you have to pretty much kick the king back to the back rank one way or another, and you checkmate his ass. So he goes here, I go here, he goes here, I go here, he goes here, I go here, and then once he goes here, this is mate. Yeah. So that's how game number 5 ended. And I ended the morning with 3 wins and 2 losses. So 3 out of 5. So a 3-win streak from me from game 3, which is extremely impressive. I felt so much better after the 2 losses in the morning. And at the end, I talked to the kid, and like he was just in tears. Like, I mean, like you can't really blame yourself. Like I I just had I was never really like in any pressure from him. Like I was the one who was on the gas, who was yeah, I never put my foot up the gas, if you will. So yeah, that's basically how game 5 ended, and I will see you guys next time for game 6, 7, and 8. And let's see if I get a prize. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm your host, LanderYT, and I'll see you guys later.